Mosha bagaetsho mo ba bang ba gutla ba mmitsa ba re ke tobetsa ba bang ba re ke maina a mafatsho ao tlake a tlhalos yana bagaetsho lina le la tobetsa tota lone o le kreile ko motseng kwa go letseng teng ko phola le ramsadi tota lone le tswa le ko sekolong ko letsatsing. It's one of the science schools at home back in Mafikeng. So the colleagues they didn't want to call him Presley, they just said he's Press. Ko motseng bara hona press ya sepe o tobetsa. And then gantsi la le shewa le mo dinepeng tsa gagwe gona le mo a phelang a tshwere apere berete teng. Berete a la itse gore e tswa kae. All right, tla ke le tlhalosetse ka berete. Berete o inheritile ke boswa itse ha mama gagwe mogolo a sena a tlhokofala. So se mosha o ileng a se kopa o ikopetsela berete. Ha ka lwela bo dikolo ya re ka ke tsa kolo ye tsa ga mama go tsa plate o ya kopa hela berete. So hence you see him most of the time a berete. La mosha ibile ra tlere le bala gore lina la kana la nnete kwa ge mosha o re mmitse mosha ke ka gore o belege ka 1984. That was the year that was declared year of the youth. So that was the time when Mosha was born. Hence we call him Mosha.
This is a moment Long Hori Tobetsa was here. I mean, this is like he was a theater practitioner. I think it's just important just to note that, you know, that this man also used to fill up stages. And today, as he's taking his last bow on the stage, it's also another full house. So it's a great reflection of how many lives this man touched with his talent, and it was just not even just on screen. Because Tobetsa was just fun to be around, you know. He loved everybody, and everyone who's here, I'm sure, has a story about my time with Tobetsa, because he gave himself so much, you know, to all of us. And I think also just today, it will just be important to acknowledge the man that started our careers in Tate Obris Khabi, who's the artistic director of the State Theatre, who was just ambitious enough to start a kiddies training program called Northwest Arts Council. And Mosha was the first one, Ronara Kena after, you know. But it built so much that when he came and met Machozi, Machauteng, and Machozi, you know, when you come from Maftown, Plus in the rural areas, it was tough, guys. To enter this space, Machozi, like, who are these Maftown boys? So we are grateful to Bocheba, because then Bocheba makes it one as fashionable, you know? And at the time, what was great also about Tsotsi is that then another guy who started the Motswako movement, which was Taso, then worked on that track, right, Motsotsi and Afaya Bashapa, Sainele, you know? And he got to really, really work with some great actors. And then let's also the Oscar. So Terry, you shared a stage, you set global stages with this man. I think it would be great just to also get a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ke lebogela this opportunity to speak about someone who changed the course of my life. Presley was more than a colleague. He was part of my beginning, and somehow the end of a beautiful full circle moment in my career. We worked together on my very first film, Tsotsi. We were just kids back then. Young, hungry, and full of dreams even we couldn't articulate. And yet there he was, carrying the weight of that story with a quiet intensity that left everyone breathless. His brilliance catapulted my career into unimaginable heights. I don't say that lightly, but being part of Tsotsi opened doors that I didn't know existed. And almost 2 decades later, I had the honor of working with him again on Inamba Josie Gold, this time as a director trainee, and once again, he was the lead. Still powerful, still generous, and still utterly magnetic. Presley made history. He made us proud, and he made us laugh. I'll never forget during the Tsotsi Oscar press tour, a journalist asked if he'd consider changing his name to make it easy for Hollywood. And without missing a beat, he said, if Hollywood can say Arnold Schwarzenegger, they can say Presley Chweneyagae. And if they can say tsunami, they can say Tsotsi. That was Presley, sharp, unapologetic, and always representing where he came from with pride. He was our friend, he was our giant, and our golden thread, steering Sakomaf Town. Robala ka kgotso, Presley, you broke my heart. Thank you.